Welcome to this video on the Beat literary movement, a revolutionary literary explosion that shattered American conformity and redefined artistic expression starting in the 1940s. We begin with Chapter 1, The Origins of the Beat Generation. The birthplace of the movement was Columbia University in 1944. Allen Ginsberg, Jack Kerouac, and William S. Burroughs converged, forming the nucleus of this revolution. The Beats rejected 1950s conformity, corporate culture, and political conservatism. They embraced a radical vision of freedom, spontaneous creativity, jazz rhythms, and Zen Buddhism. Here we see the original circle of the Beat generation at Columbia University, young and ready to change the world through their words. Chapter 2 focuses on the core beat writers and their essential works. Jack Kerouac's masterpiece, *On the Road*, captured the restless energy of post-war youth. Written in a legendary 3-week marathon, its spontaneous prose flowed with jazz-like improvisation, creating a new American voice. Allen Ginsberg became the voice of a generation. His raw, prophetic poem, *Howl*, read publicly in 1955, led to an obscenity trial that ultimately became a landmark victory for free speech in 1957. William S. Burroughs was the experimental provocateur. His nonlinear novel, *Naked Lunch*, shattered conventions, and he pioneered the cut-up technique, fearlessly exploring taboo territories like addiction and control systems. Lawrence Ferlinghetti was the publisher and poet. He founded City Lights Bookstore and Publishers, risking everything to publish and defend Howl, championing literary freedom and social justice. Neal Cassady was the real-life beat icon, immortalized as Dean Moriarty in *On the Road*. His wild energy embodied the beat philosophy and later bridged the beat generation to the hippie counterculture of the 1960s. Other influential writers expanded the circle. Robert Creeley brought a minimalist, precise style, while Gregory Corso's vivid imagery and rebellious spirit awakened youth with poetry of stunning contrasts. Chapter 3 explores the beat movement's cultural impact. The 1955-6 gallery reading in San Francisco, where Ginsberg first read *Howl*, launched beat poetry into public consciousness and marked the explosion of underground art. The *Howl* obscenity trial culminated in a victory for free speech in October 1957. The ruling established that controversial art with social importance deserves constitutional protection. The Beats laid the foundation for the 1960s counterculture. Beat ideals like liberation and rejection of materialism fueled the hippie movement, with figures like Cassady and Ginsberg acting as cultural bridges. We must recognize the women of the Beat movement, like Diane DePrima and Ruth Weiss, who broke ground as poet activists. Women like Carolyn Cassady also helped reclaim the narrative by exposing the sexism within the movement. City Lights Bookstore remains the physical and spiritual center of beat culture. Lawrence Ferlinghetti's vision created a sacred space for radical literature and free thought that is still thriving today. Finally, Chapter 4 examines the enduring legacy of the Beat generation. The Beat spirit reshaped American letters, influencing music and art, from Bob Dylan to punk rock. Their challenge to conformity and call for authentic, fearless creation continues to inspire every generation.